Google has abruptly discontinued its entire legacy smart speaker lineup, clearing the shelves of the hardware it used to build its connected home ecosystem. The 6-year-old Nest Audio, long praised for its room-filling sound, and the entry-level Nest Mini have both been permanently retired. In their place stands a single, unified replacement intended to reset the company's physical ecosystem, the 2026 Google Home Speaker. This strategy relies on an aggressive, highly competitive target price point of exactly $99.99. The physical design abandons the tall tower of the Nest Audio and the flat puck of the Mini. Instead, the hardware is housed in a spherical, 3D knit fabric mesh, available in colors like hazel and porcelain. However, looking at the spec sheet reveals a curious trend. On a component level, this new speaker appears to represent a step back from the flagship model it replaces. Google has seemingly prioritized the speaker's role as a physical interface for Gemini AI over traditional standalone acoustic power. To understand why a hardware reset was necessary, we have to look at the constraints of older voice assistants. Legacy systems relied on rigid, easily broken syntax trees that demanded precise phrasing to trigger predefined actions. By integrating Gemini for Home, the speaker can move away from those rigid trees and operate as a context-aware computing layer. This animated flow illustrates the limitation of older systems. Without conversational context, a broken command instantly breaks the logic chain and terminates the process. Because short-term memory keeps the microphone active, users can issue a string of follow-up questions without repeatedly stating the wake word. Gemini's natural language processing can also parse human hesitation. A user can self-correct a command mid-sentence, and the logic network adjusts in real time, rather than aborting the task. If you say, "Turn off the coffee maker," turn it on, the software understands the correction and successfully activates the appliance. Supporting this AI processing is a critical upgrade to the networking layer. The new speaker is equipped with a built-in thread border router. A thread border router bridges low-power devices directly to the internet. This allows the speaker to act as a localized Matter smart home hub, which eliminates the need for third-party external bridges. The software now successfully parses human hesitation and natural speech flow, marking a shift toward more complex linguistic processing. Moving from the digital brain to the physical architecture, pulling back the fabric mesh reveals the internal components driving the audio. Rather than utilizing a dedicated woofer and a separate tweeter, Google's engineers opted to rely entirely on a single 58mm full-range driver. Because the new model relies on a single driver, its closest baseline acoustic comparison is actually the discontinued entry-level Nest Mini. This bar chart compares the performance parameters of the two drivers. The 58mm hardware outputs exactly 2.5 times the bass of the old 40mm Nest Mini. Pushing that sound through a spherical enclosure generates uniform 360-degree sound waves that disperse evenly across the surrounding space. But evaluating a single unit in isolation ignores Google's broader strategy. The focus has shifted toward tight multi-device ecosystem integration. Through the Google Home app, the system has the modular capability to pair two home speakers over the local network and link them to a Google TV streamer. This specific dual pairing configuration bypasses the acoustic limitations of a single full-range driver. Working in tandem, the linked units generate a mini home theater capable of spatial surround sound. Google has intentionally traded raw, standalone acoustic power for modular, multi-device ecosystem flexibility. Stepping back to look at the macroeconomic smart home market, the landscape is controlled by a high-stakes, entrenched duopoly. Currently, the central battleground for consumer adoption is concentrated around the $99.99 price tier. At this exact tier, the primary market competitor is the Amazon Echo Dot Max. When we evaluate the physical bill of materials, Amazon maintains a distinct strategic hardware advantage over Google for the identical retail price. Inside the Echo Dot Max enclosure, Amazon integrates a suite of environmental tracking hardware, including dedicated temperature, ambient light, and presence sensors. Google's 2026 home speaker omits these environmental tracking sensors entirely. It cannot tell you the temperature of the room or detect if someone has walked through the door. Google's strategic counterplay is calculated. They are conceding the hardware battle to leverage their software dominance. This split-screen table outlines the strategic divergence. Google offsets its hardware deficit by including its highly capable base Gemini AI processing entirely for free. Amazon, meanwhile, places a steep cost barrier in front of its conversational equivalent. Accessing Alexa Plus requires either an existing $14.99 Prime membership or an active $19.99 monthly fee. In a sector where physical hardware margins are dropping toward zero, long-term ecosystem dominance is won through superior free-tier AI capabilities rather than packing in physical sensors. Returning our focus to the physical Google Home speaker, the pursuit of that $99.99 price point resulted in operational flaws and regressions. The most glaring absence is the loss of the dedicated woofer and the 19mm tweeter that were standard equipment inside the 6-year-old Nest Audio. Google also made the physical design choice to utilize a permanently attached hardwired USB-C power cable, removing the standard detachable port. If the cord frays, the entire unit must be replaced. Reviewers have also noted an operational flaw: slightly reduced microphone sensitivity. The far-field mics occasionally miss softly spoken wake words, which requires clearer vocal projection from the user. A missing tweeter, a hardwired cable, and slightly muted microphones prove this device is built as a utilitarian data node for the home. The ultimate macroeconomic reason behind this hardware consolidation is a strategic pivot to a software-as-a-service model. To achieve the full potential of the device, users are prompted to enroll in the Google Home Premium Standard plan. Standard device control is free, but powerful capabilities sit behind a $10 a month paywall. This premium tier locks away Gemini Live for free-flowing conversations. It also restricts acoustic security alerts for detecting alarms or broken glass, and gates access to AI-driven camera history search. This recurring paywall presents a sharp contrast to the early 2010s smart home era, which promised localized, freely accessible automation after the initial hardware purchase. Google is using the 2026 home hardware as a subsidized physical gateway to a platform where the monthly subscription has become the core product.